The NBA is in trouble after its latest ratings report showed a decline in viewership, and this one simple change can solve all of their problems. All they have to do is simply reduce the number of games they play per season, which is something Adam Silver would never do. What up, guys? It's Nick here, and it's no secret that the NBA has been having a bit of a down year ratings-wise. Compared to last season, the numbers have been down 19%, and I don't see them improving anytime soon. Here are the three main reasons for such a drastic decline in viewership, and stick around until the end where I propose my expert opinion on the matter. Before we start, comment down below, who do you think is going to win the Larry O'Brien? Of course I got the Sixers, but you never know. First off, star players are missing way too many games. Players like Joel Embiid, Kawhi Leonard, Zion Williamson, and Kevin Durant, and plenty more have missed significant time due to injury. Compared to this time last season, games missed by star players have gone up by 24%. This is horrible for attracting new viewers if your star talent has to miss a nationally televised game just because of a stupid injury. It's also made it hard for returning viewers supporting your team if your best player is out and your team is losing games. I'm talking to all of us Sixer fans that know that our team is better than our 15-20 record that is frankly just not us. If Embiid was there, we'd be so much better. But this is the reality we live in. Now, I'm not saying that giving them more game or less games will keep them 100% healthy, because that's just unrealistic. But it will give them more time to rest, which will ultimately help prevent further injury or further damage to their current injury, Now, before we head on, please consider liking and subscribing, as it would help the channel grow immensely, and I would love it so much. Reason number 2 is that the regular season games are just not as important as they should be. Let's face it, nobody really watches the NBA until the All-Star break, except for Christmas. Everybody watches Christmas. But the season doesn't get interesting until the All-Star break. This is simply because each game doesn't mean as much until the end, where teams are fighting for the first seed, fighting for home court advantage, fighting for just to get into playoffs, like the 8, 10, 9, 6 seed. That's important now because of the play-in. That doesn't really happen until the end of the season, where each game has more stake to them. With such a long season, teams oftentimes can cruise until the end, where we start to see better basketball being played. We just saw this happen when you have a slow start in the NFL through the Bengals and they completely miss the playoffs. A similar thing is happening currently with the Sixers and their slow start. Obviously, we're benefiting from a longer season because we have more games to show what our true team is, which is a playoff season team or contender. You can debate that one, but ultimately the games don't matter as much until the end. That's the main point here. Finally, the most important reason for this decline in viewership is the lack of new rivalries and storylines. In the 80s, we had Magic and Bird. The 90s saw MJ dominating over the league. 2000s saw Kobe Bryant's Lakers and the rise of Bron. And the 2010s saw Bron's dominance clashing with Steph Curry's Warriors, and they were basically in the finals every single year. That whole decade is just them two, and we know that. Conversely, in 2020, the league is kind of boring, The league is still under LeBron's thumb with no clear passing of the torch, which is a major problem. The NBA is pushing for this guy to be Jason Tatum, but the fans clearly don't want him. Lord knows I don't. Anthony Edwards and Victor Wembanyama both have a case for it, but they haven't won anything yet. And in Victor's case, he's still too young to be deserving of it. If LeBron retires before Adam Silver can find his guy, that's a major problem, It could get even worse for the league, and it doesn't help that players keep missing games, thus prolonging Adam Silver's search for a new guy. if players don't play, then fans won't get attached to them like Dwayne Wade and the Heat. Like, they're basically inseparable. That's what they're trying to build. And they can't do that if players are missing games. So finally, for my suggestion, I think each team should play every other team 2 times, 1 time at home, 1 time away, and play their division rivals 1 extra game for a total of 63 games, this would allow the season to start a little later, which gives them more time to rest during the off season, and it should, in theory, get rid of all back-to-back games, preventing further injury, like through wear and tear. This would greatly benefit the players. Obviously, this doesn't come with some repercussions. Less games means less tickets to sell, less shows on TV, less chances to sell things at the game, and an overall loss of money for the NBA in the short run. That's very, very important. In the short run, they would definitely see a loss. This is why they would never do it. But if they were to take this risk, they would see long-term benefits that would greatly, greatly affect the sport in a positive manner. That's my take. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And peace out. Go Sixers.
I might swerve in that corner, whoa. Bitch, hold on tight, cause I tweaking this bitch, not letting shit go. And I heard that she wanna show, me who she be, I'm kinda